Oh, and we never get them in time. We never have enough time on them. All right, let's wrap up this hour of home solutions taking care of that sink. I know you were cooking over the holiday season, and I know that you have probably noticed that your sink's not draining as fast. Maybe your shower's not draining as fast, or you probably already had a clog and you're like, boy, I don't want that to happen to me again where I'm running to the store or calling the plumber to take care of it. This from Professor Amos is your 32oz. You get 2 of them of the SuperFast Drain Cleaner. Now, this is a huge customer pick. There's over 1,700 perfect 5-star reviews. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about this cute top, not talking about a lipstick. I'm talking about a drain cleaner that people love so much that hundreds and hundreds came back to our website to give it a perfect 5-star review. You know why? Because it works. That's also why we have sold over 12.8 million bottles in the last 15 years, because it gets the job done. So all you got to do is place your order, figure out if you want to use FlexPay or not. But I'm telling you, it is a game changer in your house. 20 years of having Professor Amos here at HSN. Amos Harp III is here with us. So good to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good to see you again in a new year. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this. I'm actually glad that we're showing it, because I just used my last drops after the holiday season of my bottle. So I need a refill on it too.
SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines, but it's not a drain opener. This is a drain cleaner. What that means to you is SuperFast opens your drain line, but more importantly, it's gonna clean that drain line squeaky clean where there's nothing sticky or oily left behind to attract a new clog, but it has an accelerated formula. So you see how fast it goes to work? Now SuperFast is designed to turn your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. It breaks down all that dirt, all that grease, all that oil in the drain line. It breaks it down into foam. We call this technology saponification, because that's the dynamic way that it works, by turning everything in the drain into foam, unlike these consumer products over here. Let me back it up a step. When that's done breaking down, you leave it sit for about 10 minutes. All the foam's going to turn into liquid, and then inevitably everything passes through the drain line. When you run hot water, you run it for about 5 minutes, that drain line comes back squeaky clean.
That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. And this is such a timely thing to talk about it too, Amos, just because so much of us are doing so much cooking. So think about the grease that you're pouring down, or if, the amount of showers that you're taking, guests taking showers, and all the hair that's building up. I mean, look at that.
So here's what's happening in your homes. You're pouring things down the drain line at a hot temperature, or even just a room temperature. But when these colder or these hot or warm materials come in contact with a cold or a cool pipe, it hardens on you, solidifies right away. Now you need a proprietary formula like our SuperFast Drain Cleaner, something that's going to break it down without producing heat, unlike these consumer products right here.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever use one of these before, they sell them at any one of those home stores or depots, but products like these are highly corrosive. Products like these may contain acid, ammonia, bleaches, or even animal fats, but they tell you to pour half this bottle down the drain. I want you to think about this. That's a lot of chemicals that's going down your drain line. So here's what's happening. 90% of the chemicals, they trickle, it'll ooze, it'll creep, it'll all get past the clog, and it ends up right down here. You see this curve unit here? It's designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. The chemicals are sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's way too hot for your drain lines. They're not,
especially during the winter.
They're not bulletproof. Think about this. Good point. Good point. Listen, your drain lines, it's cold out right now, so your drain lines are cold too. They're really cold. When your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast, they're going to crack. It could cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars to get that replaced. Here's what I want to do. I want to give us about a minute. We're going to come back and see if anything happened.
It's barely moving. We'll
Nicole,
see.
come on down to test tube number 3. For you at home, I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. For you at home, I want you to count to yourself right now. How long does it take for this one to activate? How long does it take for this one to go to work? And what you're going to see is nothing short of 10 seconds or less. It's already gurgling, it's already foaming, it's already starting to go to work with that accelerated formula. See, it doesn't matter how hard and how solidified that is. It doesn't matter if it's last week's food, last month's food, or even last year's food. My goodness, it starts to break it down within 10 seconds. Within 10 minutes, you hear the drain lines burping. You hear them gurgling. And inevitably, you'll hear that suction sound, that sound when something goes down. You want to hear that. So my dad's Professor Amos, and he always taught me growing up. He said, son, above all things, I want you to get understanding. Let the product do the work so you don't have to. I want you to work smarter, not harder. So there's no need to grab that plunger or that snake and put any kind of wear and tear on the inside of the drain line. Just let the product do the work. You'll be glad you did.
And what I love about this is that you're getting 2 of the bottles. So they're 32 ounces each.
Yes.
And at this phenomenal HSN deal price that we have, auto ship is available. Auto ship is a great way to secure. You get it shipped to your doorstep. There's an April delivery, there's an October, and then there's a December delivery. So that's just making sure that you're able to maintain those drains so it cleans it. But then if you do run into a clog, no more having to run to the store and then read in the back of the bottle and it's all these warning labels. This is able to get the job done in less time and more efficiently. So if you want to sign up for auto ship, you're welcome to do so. The item number is 084478. So because I'm getting a 2-pack of the 32-ounce bottles, how often do I use these?
So every time you get a clog, definitely. But so you're going to get up to 12 applications. When you get this
per bottle?
For both of them.
Okay,
You'll get up to 12 applications for both of these bottles. All you need is 4 to 6 ounces. When you get this home, please don't use the whole bottle. You're going to waste it. 4 to 6 ounces compared to, let me just put it in perspective. They tell you to use half of this bottle. All you're using is 4 to 6 ounces, and that clears up the drain. Other than that, every time you have a smelly drain, that's when you're going to want to use it, maybe around the holidays or every month or something like that. Now, everything, I want to explain this very quick. Come on up to test tube number 2. Everything's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. It's all been broken down by being saponified. Now you run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and look at that. The drain lines come back squeaky clean. I mean, nothing's oily or sticky's in there left behind to attract a new clog. You'll love that degreasing technology.
Yeah, you'll love the results that you get. And remember, it's safe on all plumbing, so come on over. Different places that you can use this in the house. But what's great about this, so if you have a clog, absolutely go ahead and utilize it if you want to utilize it at least once a month. I like the scent that's like a lemon. It's a really soft scent that's left behind.
That's right.
But when we're talking about your drain lines, especially in the kitchen, and for me, that's priority because you're dumping stuff in there constantly. I mean, think about the food that you've been dumping in there for all the holiday season. If you notice that your sink is not draining as fast as it should, you should be on the phone lines right now. You should be ordering on hsn.com because this makes a huge difference, and it's within a matter of minutes.
You want to think about that. You want to take a look when you're running the water. Is it going down properly? Is it going down fast enough? How about in the tub area when you're taking a shower? Is the water draining out properly? Because if it's not, you're running into a problem. It's not if, it's when. You're going to have a clogged drain or a stinky drain or something like that. But I want to dive right into this right here. This right here is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. This is the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink. There's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You have to eliminate that because that's a food source. Bugs and critters, you may have an infestation down in the foundation of your drain lines if you're not maintaining and getting rid of that food source. And I say that to say this. Take a look at this right here. This big hunk of oil byproduct right here. I'm going to take about 4 to 6 ounces really slow right over top of this big hunk of oil byproduct. But this is representing last week's food, last month's food, or even last year's food that's hardened and solidified down on the inside of the drain line. It doesn't matter how hard and how solidified it is. You give that up to 10 minutes and it's going to turn all that oil by grime into foam. Let me just one more little application there and you're going to see how it just gets right through that gunk and that grime in the drain line. Within seconds. Amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a lot. I mean, think about that is months and months of buildup, and I love that it bubbles up so it goes to work, and it's within a matter of minutes. That's why over 19,000 gone since we've had this back in stock. It is a 2-pack at 32 ounces. The moment it's coming, I know, I can see it here, that it's about to fall apart in that bowl.
I love it.
So this is such an incredible opportunity. Feel free to jump in. Auto ship is available to 084478 is the item number. whatever. I'm like, it's already eaten halfway through that.
I want to get into the next thing. Hair is the #1 culprit to every clog you have at home.
Yeah.
Every clog consists of some hair. If you take a good look down on the inside of the shower drain, you'll see there's maybe a nest of hair down there. And the reason being is the insides of the drain lines are coated with fats, oils, and greases from your conditioners, your lotions, your potions.
Oh, yeah.
It's very sticky. So when you wash your hair one time or you wash your pets one time, that hair goes down to the inside of there and it clings on to the inside of the drain and it starts to build and build and build till there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the inside of the drain line. I say that to say this: we have one of the only hair dissolving formulas in the country that we know of here at HSN. I want to play a time-lapse video for you because if you have pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, or fur, anything like that that's building up in the inside of the drain line, give it 10 minutes. Look at it, 10 minutes,
wow.
It turns hair into foam. Remember, we call that saponification.
Oh my goodness. You get both bottles, 32 ounces, 32 ounces. You'll be able to address 12 clogs total with this, or if you want to use it once a month to kind of maintain. But I know if you haven't done anything to your drains since the holiday season, and I'm talking about, did you do something for Thanksgiving, then maybe you did Christmas Eve, and then you did Christmas, or maybe you're celebrating Hanukkah, maybe you're celebrating the new year, this is the time now to think about addressing that before you have a clog. And before you run to the store, that I did it once, and then once I started here at HSN and learned about the fast drain cleaner from Professor Amos, never ran to the store again, because look at what happens to the other competitors out there. And if anything, it's bringing the mess closer to you.
Yes, okay, this is not good. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to SuperFast. Two test tubes here. One has the consumer product from the store in here, and I want to point this out. Once you use a corrosive material like this, the chemicals go to the lowest point and they start to build heat. When they start to build heat, things start to expand. And when things expand, did you see how that just starts coming back up on you? That's why these chemicals come back up, is because it's building a lot of heat. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, SuperFast is breaking it down, and there's no heat index. The pipes are cool, calm, and collective. There's not going to be any kind of crack in your drain line from Professor Amos drain cleaner because there's no heat index. We love that degreasing technology.
And it's safe for all plumbing.
Yes.
So if you're watching, you're like, well, does this work for my plumbing? It's safe for all plumbing.
All plumbing. So if you have an older home or a newer home, no problem. An apartment, a condo, no problem at all. If you have a septic tank at home, any kind of septic system, SuperFast is safe for that application. You'll love it on galvanized steel drain lines, PVC, copper, the old terracotta clay pipes that run from under your house. And remember, when you're pouring things down your drain line at a hot temperature or room temperature, as soon as that material comes in contact with a cold or a cool pipe, it'll harden and solidify on you right away. Now you need a proprietary formula like our SuperFast drain cleaner, something that's going to break it down without producing that heat index. We don't want any heat in the drain line. Now, if you're just